Hello. Happy Wednesday. Hump day. Heck yeah. Hope everybody's doing absolutely wonderfully out there. I'm doing pretty good. It's a good, productive day. So I cannot complain. And I figured I would just lean into that productivity and get a little bit of practice in. Don't mind me, I'm just emptying my pockets of all the random things. That way I don't run in with it. Um, yeah, I've been working on a lot of jazz stuff recently, and I'm gonna continue to do so. But I thought it might be fun to also just work on some fills that I see floating out there in the ether. And this is one that has crossed my path. Let me see if it'll actually have the sound come through. So if you're a drummer out there, then you've definitely seen this. This is a cool one. I'll have to figure out. I don't know with YouTube how to find the exact channel, but a gentleman on YouTube went so far as to do a little bit of a breakdown. I can usually have a pretty okay go at seeing what somebody's doing in a video and make sense of it just from playing alone. Um, but for this one, there's somebody that's kind of working it out. So I figured I would just try and work it out on my own and see if I could figure it out. So uh, throwing on the Sam Solek mic because it works. So don't mind the bug in my face. Okay, but let's see how this goes. Let's start off from the top again. Super dope. So the core of this fill is so it's so it's like a 5 note grouping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. So that's kind of the meat and potatoes of it. If I'm able to figure this out really quick, I'll work on another one. But it's just too saucy, and I had to figure it out. Okay, so let's go back to. So let's start with this one. I think that's how it starts. Okay, so it starts with a double on the tom. So, boom. Okay. I think that's basically the whole idea right there. Let me see if I can jump in. Okay, cool. Okay, I was close there, but I fudged a little bit. Fudged it there. Okay, so. Oh, okay, so that's what I need to figure out. I almost want to lead that with my left hand a little bit. Okay, so it's actually pretty straightforward. It's just really maintaining that. Let me throw a metronome just so I can jam on it a little bit. Turn down the volume. I don't know that I need it. Okay. thing that I'm really kind of focusing on when I'm doing that, I'm almost gonna try and instead of making it like true flams, I'm gonna try and just like make the flam a little more exaggerated, a little more space that's going on in there. I kind of like, that's what I really, really like about flams. I haven't talked about them nearly enough, but like it's cool because both sticks setting at the same time could technically be a flam. You know what else can be is like just really sloppy and open, and sometimes those sound really good. So okay, and in this case it would almost, instead of, it'd be I really like that. Okay, so let's try that out a little bit more. I want to hear what it sounds like when he does it a little bit further up to speed. I really like that. That's a cool fill. It's like it gets super wonky. Okay, so doing it the way that I want to actually makes it super, super wonky, because you have to be so mindful of where that little almost 30-second note's gonna fall in between of, instead of, it's me. I'd say almost lean into where the snare drum is landing, and let your other hand just kind of droop ahead of it a little bit. Ah. Yeah, because the snare drum will always will be like your source of truth as to where the phrasing for the fill is, because it's very much like, it's just we're throwing flams in instead of it just being a snare drum on its own. It's that right there. So that's why, okay, I think that's why my left hand wants to be up there. Okay, maybe it doesn't want to be. Yeah, so it becomes, instead of, it becomes, so it's like slight distinction. Instead of two notes, da-da, it becomes da-da-da. Doing that little, like at higher tempos though, is super tough, so I might not be able to. Okay, that's at least feeling. see what the tempo was that he was kind of holding it down at. Dun, dun. So not this tempo. I want it faster. How do I do that? I'd say 140 is probably about it. So 140 is probably even slow for it. So let's even bump it up to 150. I had it at 100 when I first started. So oh my god, why am I not starting off slower? Dude, that's actually really tough. Yeah, and doing that is going to be like super tricky in this just because it goes so fast. Yeah, it's like to like oh my god, that's going to be really tough. Bump, bump. Okay. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's bump it a little bit slower. I'm getting a little bit overzealous. So right here. I just get so derailed in that 5 pattern. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do them as like straight flames. I wanted to do. I kind of want to play around with it though. That's cool. It's a cool little pattern though, doing that. So. Bump, bump. Like, I just feel like I fall apart so far into it. Not even because it's like fast, but just because like if you don't land these 5s perfectly, then they just kind of unravel a little bit. So. Bump, bump, bump. Okay, so let's try that some more. So. I get like a few into it, and then I feel like I'm just not totally with it. So I'm just gonna try and do it in perpetuity, just to see how I land that. So 2, 3. Oh my god, dude, what the heck? Super close. Nope, not quite. see, like I start dragging so far into it. Just like your left hand is in control. Your left hand is the one that's like kind of holding the phrasing together. So you really got to lock in on that. So fell apart. There, that was closer. Ah. It's getting there. It's getting there. Ah, not quite. 3, 4. Nah, that one fell apart a little bit. It's so weird. It almost feels like you start doing like almost like a reverse bottom triplets. I can go into those on another lesson, but right now I don't figure this out because they're actually really valuable. So, like, you can use them like that. So, but not for today. Ah, no, land that. 3, 4. Bum, bum. Okay, cool. I feel like I'm coming closer to it. Let's try it up to 140. I had it at 130 up until just now. So we're just going to bump it up a little bit. 4. Ah! Well, it falls right apart. Okay. I'm like freaking out more during this one than I have in previous ones. Just because it's like fast, goofy stuff. Instead of like groovy stuff. Like... Okay, so let's try that again. 2, 3, 4. I definitely start dragging so far into it. I just like can't land it cleanly. No, definitely can't land it cleanly. I'm like a 16th note late coming out of it. So, okay, I'm going to drop it back down to 130. I'm going to do what I tell my students to do when we're working on something and actually practice it slower instead of getting ahead of myself. So, that's something that all of you could try doing as well. So, 3, 4. It's like on that tail end. That wasn't right. Okay. Yeah, like there's really no room to do it as like... I really want, okay, as long as I'm exploring this idea of I mean, it sounds cool to do it with that like sloppier kind of feel instead of like to have the two hit together instead of doing that, have them slightly apart, I will much prefer that. So. Okay, let's even just try that. So. Need to get some shakes out a little bit. Let's try that some more now. So. I mean, it could even start off a little bit sloppier and then clean it up towards the end, just so that they land together, and just so that it all like wraps up cleanly. So. I mean, that feels good. I really, really, really like that fill. Okay, I just need to like really, really, really lean into this left hand being the accent piece and let my right hand be the follower. So this is actually an important lesson that I'd say just from my time of like working on open-handed drumming is just the idea of letting your dominant hand, and in my case my right hand, play the follower instead of being the leader, letting my left hand be the leader here. And that's very much the case with this fill for if you want to just have total control, because it's very much that like it's your left hand that's doing the talking. It's your left hand that's like really, really driving the point home of what's being said. It's not your right hand here. Your right hand is secondary in a case like this. So. But just like further. Okay, so that's the way that you could look at it, is like just ditch the flams for a second, just to kind of like wrap your brain around it. So if I could actually do it. It's a long day. I'm a little exhausted, so don't mind me if I'm not totally on top of it. So. Yeah, and that's very much where you're. Like that was more of the like the sloppier version of it that I really, really like. That's where I almost could see myself using this more in like a slower context, not even playing this up to like what these guys are playing it at, playing it at like slower. So like I mean, I'm not even doing it. I'm not thinking right now. Okay, back to click, because I'm not keeping it together on my own, so I'm going to rely on a click track to help me make sense of this. So. Actually, part of it could also be like driving your right hand forward to make sure that the left hand follows. So like there could be a little bit of back and forth with like the leader follower kind of thing to this. So Okay, click again. Okay, so actually me recalibrating my thinking and actually just saying, okay, right hand needs to force its way in and then left hand will follow. That's kind of been proving a little more effective for my purposes here. So this is where like we're talking about micro like mechanics like of physiology and physics and whatnot. And it's like, okay, it's the small little thing of is my right hand kind of taking charge? Is my left hand taking charge? In this case, it's like they're both kind of taking charge in different ways. One's playing an aggressive follower role, but the other one's playing a more finessed leadership role. So it might not be so clear that the right hand is leading, though it is. So, okay, let's keep noodling around a little bit. So, okay, that started to fall apart a little bit. At this tempo, it really needs, they need to come pretty close together, actually. Okay, that's feeling better. Let's at least try this at 140. 2, 3, 4. Nah, dude, I'm still not like landing at that tempo. I keep forgetting that I have this for when I'm doing jazz sessions. I do have a separate kit for like a crash here instead of a ride, but I just like kind of having the ride there a little bit. So 2, 3, 4. I am just not landing at all. I like need to like lean into it a little bit too instead of chilling out. 2, 3. Okay, let's keep noodling around with it for a few minutes. I really don't. The way he does it sounds sick. Me playing it at this tempo, I don't like. I don't feel like I land at his tempo. His is probably like 150, 160 or something like that. I feel like I sit into it nicely at like 130. However, I don't like the groove that I have for it at 130. So, like that's where I feel like I kind of land it nicely. Oop, so let's just noodle around with. Let's do 135 because we've done 130, we've done 140, and we've done 130. We haven't landed 140 effectively. Haven't tried 135. Let's just split the difference a little bit. So there. Okay, keep working on it a little bit. I'm probably not going to give this too much longer. I'm just like, okay, like, let me just give it some time. Yeah. So, click. What I would really like too is if I could end it
end out the fill and then get back into a groove promptly instead of feeling like I need to take a break in between. Because I feel like that's an indicator of whether you have it together or not, is if you can keep your bearings enough to get back into a groove after a crazier fill. So if I could even land the fill. What am I doing at this point? Forgive me if you can hear a dog barking in the background. That's just Roxy. Roxy's just barking at other dogs outside, saying hello. Saying hello. Okay. 2, 3. Little behind. I wonder if that's also just the nature of this fill, is that I'm gonna always feel like I'm dragging, is because it's like in 5 breakdowns, kind of. I don't know, maybe that's the case, but I'm gonna keep noodling around with it for a little bit and go from there. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Don't like that. For me personally, I don't like that. I like just don't. I'm bigger into fills that rely on some like physics and whatnot versus ones that are like, I don't know, just me personally. Like for my playing, I don't like that. Other people do it really well. I do it very poorly. So, because my singles are trash. Okay, gonna keep practicing a little bit. I think also part of the problem with me in that little 1, 2, 2, is that I like maybe just don't prepare myself for landing that effectively. I'm like so focused on the flam aspect of it that I overlook the like the ending fill, the Hertz part. Hertzos. So maybe I just need to anticipate that a little bit better. Let's try that. Okay, let's try again. I feel like I'm starting to get the more exaggerated flam a little more consistently too, actually. So I'm happy about that. Where it's like versus together It's slightly more just like, but 2 hits instead of 1. So, that's so tough to do though. 3, 4. My groove is just falling apart there, dude. Let me tell you, it's been quite a day. But alas, we practice on. 3. I feel like it's unraveling a little bit. There are some times where I feel like it comes together really nicely, though. Where it like feels like it's got all the texture of like those 2 hits. Other times where it kind of falls apart. I also at this point might not be making much sense of how I'm conveying my ideas, but I'm practicing on something that's pretty challenging, no less. So cut me some slack. Okay, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that one, the kick felt really, really good actually. So I'm going to try and just give more attention to where the kick's falling, because that seems to be landing me in proper time. So not quite with the fill at the end, but I think it's good. Alright, I might have a couple more goes in me, and then I'll probably call it after that because I am wiped. 1, 2, 3. Just trying to see how else I can end it for me personally, because I am not good at it. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Here, I'm going to come off of this for a second just to see if it'll sound cleaner for me personally if I don't have the microphone on. So bear with me. it's getting closer to where I want it, but it's still not totally there. But you know what? That's kind of the cool thing. So, um, so the whole idea with these sessions is just pick a thing and work on the thing, and that's kind of exactly what I'm doing with this. So, I wish I could find out who this is. Um, I'll add it to the description of the video if I find out how to get that. But all that's to say, okay, I'm gonna try one more time, and then I'm calling it after. 2, 3. Okay, so those weren't sounding half bad. And frankly too, with fills like that where it's really flam heavy and in fives, I feel like there's some sort of grace when it comes to the slop factor. uh, the people in the video that I have here have been doing it exceptionally, so cannot stress that enough. They're doing wonderfully. But if I feel like applying a little bit of slop into it, that's a-okay because flams are just they're just sloppy in their nature, especially if you play the two hits like with enough space in between and whatnot. So yeah, so I'm gonna give myself some slop grace on this one. But as I kind of wind down the thought here, uh, both in today working through this fill as well as in the other sessions that I put up, the whole idea here is simply pick a single thing, work on it, whatever it may be, uh, and just get better at that one thing. It's okay to just practice a single thing, very very focused. As a matter of fact, then it's kind of like easier because it's just okay. I know exactly what I'm practicing, and there's nothing else. Practice with constraints can actually be very freeing. If you just say I'm going to practice this one thing, then it's like okay, like just practice that. Like you have all the freedom in the world, but if you practice and you choose one thing to work on, those constraints will give you so much peace of mind as you work it through. So just pick a single thing, work on it, give it some focus, and then move on to the next thing. So this was today's thing for me, and it will be my thing for a little bit. I'll work on that independently, and then I'll come back and play something else when I feel inclined to do so here on YouTube. But otherwise, if you tuned in, appreciate you hanging out while I just make noise for a little while. And thanks for bearing with me just working on something. So find something to work on it. And yeah, I guess until next time, I will see you in the next video. So take care, be well.